Hello and welcome to our PAC 314 Rocket Mission 2020. Please read and follow the instruction sheet included, all the pages front and back, important information, and follow all the water rocket safety guidelines. For spectators and launchers, if you're closer than 15 feet, please wear eye protection, just in case. A scout is prepared. Do not exceed max pressure of 90 psi. You'll get great flights at 90 and below, between 60 and 90. You need a baseball-sized field at least. Fewer trees, the better. Please do not discard our PAC launching kit. We will get them back from you at some point. We may want to do this again in the future. Thank you, and have fun, and enjoy. So here's our rocket kit. We have the bottle, 1 liter, the nozzle, the nose cone, fins, and fin retaining rubber band.
This is what it would look like when you first get your kit.
In the instructions, why we're doing this. It's to add balance or a little bit of nose weight to our rocket. Push it down. Make sure it's in the center. Nice and center. Perfectly centered. Very good.
The penny might get hot, so be careful with your fingers.
Yes. Okay.
Especially while using a hot. So now, be careful again with your hot glue gun. And make sure you do a nice circle all the way around. There. Now be careful of strings of glue. So, after putting it on, make sure it's all nice and centered when you put it on, with the penny too, like shown. And if you don't have a hot glue gun, you can just use regular glue, but you have to have it upright to dry. And it will probably take a little while to dry, since hot glue
day.
Dry there.
About a day.
Yeah, about a day. Now it's time to put on the fins. First, you're going to take your retaining piece. Be careful, because it will be a little tricky to put on. And make sure you take away that extra little plastic that comes with the bottle. Now, it's all shown in your manual. Now this, you're going to add.
Show them the washer on the inside. Make sure the washer's on the inside of the green thing. On the green thing. See that black washer? That needs to be there. And now screw it onto the bottle. And you got to make it tight. Really tight. And maybe have your parents tighten it up for you, okay? Just tighten it up some more. Definitely have your folks tighten it so that it's super snug on this size bottle.
This is how it will look after you do the steps of the process. Time to put on the fins. You're going to, now that you have the retaining roll in, you're going to put your fin on and make sure it's snug with the rocket.
Pay attention to this situation right here. You want your fins like this. Perfectly perpendicular.
Then you're going to get your hot glue gun or glue, and you're going to go right on the seam shown in the instructions. You're going to do on this side, and then you're going to go flip over, and then you're going to do it on this side. There.
Okay. And you're going to do that for the next 2 fins.
Now that I have put it on all the fins,
All 3 fins. Yep.
these little gears here are going to be used for the rubber
The
band.
retaining rubber band.
Stretch it over the top, not the bottom, and make sure they're all in those little grooves right there.
There you go.
And now you're ready for your rocket. Now that you have your rocket already, it looks kind of plain just having it be a rocket. And textures for your rocket. Or you can make your own with a Sharpie or a pen.
What do we have here?
This is the launch pad,
Yes.
the anchoring system,
Yes.
pressure launcher,
Yes.
and the launch
Trigger.
trigger.
Okay, open up the launch pad. Let's see how that looks.
Now these will probably have to be opened by your parents.
Yeah, some are really stiff, so you got to open it like that. Okay,
As shown.
put it flat on the table.
And as you can see here,
The little spacer's going to go under one end.
the spacer.
Uh-huh.
Make sure the 2 holes are lined up,
Yep.
and then you put
the anchoring system through.
into
Move
the
it to the
ground.
edge of the table so it can go all the way through and show them. Not like that. Yeah, there. And push it all the way down into the ground like that. Now, we're going to go over how to use the high pressure quick release, but let's insert the high pressure quick release really quickly. It goes like that. And in this configuration, we're going to have the trigger cable come down from here and go through this eye hole here so that you are pulling away from the anchoring
Isn't it
point.
like this? Like you attach it
Yes,
to the
it's going to go
zip
like that. We're going to show them how to do that more closely. Okay?
ties. Go it through here.
And so now when you're ready to launch, hold the ring so it doesn't fall down and show them, there you go, detached, and then we're going to fly away with the rocket. Yeah, that's pretty good. 1 liter, the instructions say 100 milliliters. And because a little bit of water goes into our release tube, I'm going to just add a smidge more.
So about 100.
And 25.
No, over here it says 150.
No, I'm not at the line though. See the line?
Oh,
I'm cutting
yeah.
the difference there.
So 125 about
Milliliters.
milliliters about.
All right, now you guys, unfortunately I don't have little funnels. Zoom up for me. But if you can get yourself a little funnel, it's going to make life super easy because that's a small hole to aim for.
Yeah.
All right?
It's much easier to do it that way.
Yeah, we are doing...
You're gonna need 2 hands
Yep.
to probably pour the water
Yep.
in. To be very gentle, and don't pour all the water in at once, or else it might overfill
Or spill out, yeah.
or spill out. So be careful with that. And as you can see, the water is now been poured into the bottle.
And that is the level we're going for, right?
Right there.
So it's just slightly above these
Bumps
there, or indentations. I want to go much above halfway on that black line. Right below that line, all right?
Right where that line is, right there.
Just below.
A little bump right below.
To make a funnel using the straw and the Ziploc. The water in the Ziploc, because we have a really small nozzle hole, so this is one way to get it in there. The straw in like so. Zip it super tight. Now you want to get close to there on the zip tie, but then what you really want to do is you want to pinch right in here on the straw and pull it up so that it's right at your thumb. Put this into the rocket, straw into the nozzle, I mean, like so, and then tip the water in this way. Take your high pressure quick release launcher and attach it to the nozzle, gently pushing it down over the rubber gasket and aligning the zip ties so they're away from the fins. You then take your Velcro launch trigger and wrap it around, holding each one in position so that, zoom in there, so that the tab is on that lip, the green lip. The zip tie tab is on top of the lip. You keep going around and get each one, all 4. It's a little slippery. You got to practice this before you go out and launch. And you see they can get crazy. They can get bent out like that. You got to fix that. You got to have all 4 down, straight down, with the hub hooked onto the nozzle. In position. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it, you can get it. And you can also do a little, you want to make sure the zip ties are straight up and down. They're not at an angle. And you can look in here and you can see each one is on top of the tab. Let me get the string out of the way here. See in there, you see that? This one's a little bit at an angle here, so I'll straighten that one out a little bit.
There.
Straight up and down, straight up and down, straight up and down. Okay. And then, actually, before you tip it over, you can add a pump of air just to add some pressure to the system. this is a good time to add the bicycle pump. So
bicycle
you got a good
pump
connection.
Is not included.
That's correct.
There's your own bicycle pump.
You add a pump, and we'll actually do a dry. We'll take this up to about 15 psi. You turn the rocket over. You put it into the launch pad. You take the launching. You can disconnect the bicycle pump, but you don't have to. We're just going to do a dry test to show you how the launch trigger works. You want to have the anchoring system opposite of the eye that you have the launch trigger cable going through, so that it's anchored over here as you pull against it. And as you pull, well, ta-da! Now I added a simple straw that's going to go into the nozzle, and this is just to give a little bit more stability when it comes out of our quick release.
8, 7. Kyle, say it loud, Kyle. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I want to go over a few things. If you happen to have a fin that becomes damaged, as you see here, I think some clear packing tape will allow you to get a quick repair job. I'm going to give it a go here. Put some on here like this and bend it back a little bit and then fold it around the bottom. It doesn't take too much to get it to be a usable fin again. Yeah, put a little bit up here. Good to go. All right, and the other thing I want you guys to pay close attention to is that they aren't kidding about the water levels. Right here. We did a test and we had about 300 milliliters in our 1 liter bottle, and we had horrible flights. So because of the nozzle type that we're using, right here, the little green nozzle, these numbers are dialed in because a little bit wider diameter hole in the nozzle probably allows you to have more water capacity, because it really is a question of the weight of the water leaving the rocket as fast as it can leave. And because our nozzle is a little smaller, we can't afford more water. So please be attentive to that, okay?